Brenda Green, and welcome back to Living in the Go. So today I'm talking to you about your checking account and how much you should have in there. People have asked me all the time, how much money should I have in my checking account? And it will vary. I will tell you that if you have too much money in there, then you're losing the advantages of having it in a high yield savings account where you can get more money. Typically, checking accounts have a low interest rate, if any at all. It's like sometimes less than 1%. So the bulk of your money should always go into that emergency fund that's at 4%, mostly online banks. But in your checking account, what you should have in there immediately is at least 1 month's worth of expenses. So to pay your rent, to pay your car insurance, to pay your car payments, those kind of things. So your basic expenses for the month should be in your checking account, and everything else should go into savings. Now, if you're the kind of person who monitors your account religiously, that would be me. I'm kind of anal about that. I want to know how much money I have. That way you won't overspend. I've never had an overdraft account because I've never needed one, because I've always known what's in my checking account. The other thing that I do is I have attached my main checking account to a small savings account. So that way, if I need a little extra, I can roll it over from that savings and then replenish it later. That's not my emergency fund, that's just something that's attached, which is why I don't need to have an overdraft, because that costs, and if you overdraft, then you're paying, so that's a whole nother thing to consider. So immediately have in that checking account the main things you need to cover all your expenses for the month. If you don't monitor your account, if you're not anal like me, then what you want to do is have a little bit of a cushion. So let's say your expenses are $3,000 a month. So you might have an additional 10% in there to cover any kind of weirdness that might happen. Or you might need 20% if you know yourself and you're always overspending and always overdrafting. So have a little bit of a cushion in there. But you want to make sure that you feel comfortable. So that's why it's no set rule in terms of how much you should have in there. You certainly don't want to have a lot in there, because then you're just wasting your interest that you could be building in other accounts. So a little bit of information for you in terms of what to do with your checking account. It's my opinion, feel free, but find out what works for you and do that. So hope you have a wonderful day, and talk to you next time.